Louise Mirror, Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at the City University of New York, and I'm really delighted to welcome all of you here this evening to the second City University of New York reception in honor of the myself third Spirit of New York Scholarship winners. The scholarship competition was inaugurated in January of 2002 through a very generous contribution from Mr. Robert Friedman, a City College alumnus. Since then, George and Marie Doty and the Conway Foundation family have also contributed generously to the scholarship fund. Mr. Friedman established the scholarship to honor the courage and dedication of 911 rescue workers. The students we honor here tonight keep alive the spirit of the rescue workers in their commitment to helping others, concern for their fellow citizens, love for this country, and willingness to help those less fortunate motivated today's winners to become involved in various acts of volunteerism. As one student says, those values that make people put the needs of others above their own are the values that make the world a better place. The array of their volunteer experience is vast, helping out in soup kitchens, fighting against prejudice, tutoring elementary and middle school students as well as their high school peers, volunteering in hospitals, senior centers, and various community organizations. Many of tonight's winners are new immigrants to this country. They've quickly embraced American values, the one in particular, the concern that ordinary Americans feel for each other that makes them help those less fortunate than themselves. As one student says in her essay, already this country has done so much for my family and me. I want to do something for America in return. The booklets you picked up as you entered include excerpts from the recommendation letters and from each student's essay. They're a testimony to the meaning their community service adds to their lives, and I urge you to read them. Our winners have all been enrolled in our College Now programs, and they will all be coming to CUNY in the fall. They were selected through a process that included recommendations by teachers or guidance counselors, nominations by principals, reviews by campus-based committees, and then finally a selection of winners by a central office committee and Mr. Friedman himself. I'd like to thank all those who are involved in this process. I'd also like to thank all those who are involved in the College Now program. And in particular, I would like to give thanks to Dean John Mogilescu, John Garvey, and Ljubica Depovic, who has been really instrumental to putting together tonight's program and working throughout with this very special group of scholars. Last year, we recorded more than 30,000 registrants in the College Now courses and workshops. This year, the total will be over 42,000. Those registrations reflect careful planning and lots of hard work on the part of both high school and college staff. And again, I'd like to thank everyone who's been involved in that program and in this process. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the Chancellor of the City University of New York, Dr. Matthew Goldstein.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mirror. It's wonderful to be here with you tonight. I would like to just take a moment to acknowledge a number of people that are very instrumental in making this university the great place that it is. We are fortunate to have with us tonight three very distinguished members of our governing board, the Board of Trustees of the University. Kate Basile over there. Kate, you want to say hello? And Dr. Hugo Morales is back there. Hugo. And Wellington Chen. So we have a psychiatrist, we have an architect, and we have a brilliant financial analyst and advisor to many people among our trustees. You've already met Louise Mirror. She is the Chief Academic Officer of the university and really guides so much of the academic life and vision of this great institution. We're also joined by Miss Elena Constan, the team member in the Department of Education's Office of Secondary Education Reform. We are in the house of Ned Regan, the very distinguished president of Baruch College. And Ned, thank you for hosting us this evening. We are also joined by James Meiskens, the very distinguished president of Queens College. Jim Meiskens is also the tallest president at the City University of New York. At one time, I was the tallest, and for the last couple of presidents that we've hired, I've shrunken in size, so I hope we will put an end to that. Pierre Tejar de Chardin. Have any of you heard of Pierre Tejar de Chardin? Any of you? You did, and you did. Well, he was a naturalist, a scientist, a deeply religious man. I think he was born in the late 1800s and died in the mid-1950s, so he spanned two centuries. He said, among many other important things, the most satisfying thing in life is to have been able to give a large part of oneself to others. And I think that very much typifies myself third, the whole concept behind this wonderful scholarship program. And our benefactors who came up with the idea and who have supported this in very significant ways are with us tonight. Mr. and Mrs. Bob Friedman, Linda Friedman, and Bob Friedman. I'd like them to certainly be acknowledged. Bob Friedman is the statesman-like gravitas of philanthropy in many ways of this great university. Bob and I go back a number of years. When I was president of Baruch College, he was a counselor par excellence in a very quiet, nondescript kind of way. He was very helpful to me as we guided this great college to the prominence that it enjoys today in this city. He's a man that has had a brilliant career. First as now a limited partner, which is another way of saying a retired partner of Goldman Sachs. And if some of you are interested in that track, it's a wonderful thing to become a partner in Goldman Sachs because you do very well and you retire very early so that you can go on and do wonderful things in your life. And Bob has gone on to do wonderful things in his life. Not only is he married to an extraordinary woman, Linda, who I have great admiration for, but they have two children that have gone on to do wonderful things, and they're very proud, rightly so, of their accomplishments. But Bob has given so much of his time and resources to try to make this a better place to be. And he's been not only very philanthropic, but very, very methodical and serious and very focused on trying to be an advisor and helping hand to so many people whose counsel and direction could benefit by his just very, very great sensibilities about life and about how institutions merge with the problems of society in ways that make for a better life for all of us. So Bob, I really appreciate what you've done here 2 years ago. Myself Third is a term that was given to Bob Friedman when he was in the 6th grade in a public school in the Bronx. His 6th grade teacher came up, well, not that he came up with the idea, but implanted the idea of God, country, and then yourself. And that stayed with Bob over his time as he matured into an adult and came to us 2 years ago, actually came to Louise Mira with the idea of setting up a scholarship fund for high school students who come on to decide to go to City University but have exemplified in their life, in their short lives up to this point, extraordinary abilities to make life better for the peoples in this city and beyond. He was very touched by the sense of great altruism and the great courage that so many people in this city demonstrated after the horrors of the attacks on this city on September 11th of 2001. I am so delighted to be here with our scholarship winners. If you review their brief bios in the materials that have been given to you, you will be as touched as I am by the work that they have done so far. These are all wonderful students. They're very focused on their studies, but they also devote so much of their time for making people in this city have a better life, whether it is in peer tutoring for students that need assistance in math or science, whether it is working at a nursing home for elderly people who are alone and just need a friendly face and a warm smile, whether it is working in the community to help people who are infirm and can't get around too well. Whatever it is that they do, they devote their energies to making this a better community. So for them, I am deeply grateful and proud to be in your presence, and are so delighted that you've chosen City University to study when you embark on your collegiate educations. So I think we're about to present the awards. Louise, is there anybody else that needs to talk? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to turn this back to Louise.
Chancellor Goldstein mentioned that we are being treated to the great hospitality of Baruch College, and I know that President Reagan is awfully proud of this college and of this building in particular, and I think he'd like to just say a couple of words of welcome to everyone.
Thank you very much. I have to tell you all that while the Chancellor, Matt Goldstein, said this is my house, this is really the house that Matt built. It all occurred before I got here and when he was here, and this marvelous structure which allows for spontaneous interaction of student with student and student with faculty, even faculty with faculty, is architecturally designed that way. And we hope all of you, I know some of you are going to be with us for the next few years, but all the others, please take a look around. You'll see just what genius went into the design and thinking about creating in an urban area kind of quadrangles where you can meet and talk and mix. It's a marvelous building, and we're very, very proud of it. I address now the 12 award winners, if I may, for just a second. You are have done marvelous work, or you wouldn't be here. But you are also in a vanguard, and you are the first, I think, of many to come. There are changes taking place in this country in a post-9/11 and post-corporate scandal environment, which is having people, young people, not older people, but young people, rethink what they're going to do with their lives. And it is changing the way we here at Baruch will think about, for instance, the BBA and the MBA degree. It is changing how people come now to Baruch to get a Master's of Public Administration, to serve the public. Enrollment doubled in 1 year. And students in the business, back to that, want to know more about, will corporations serve the community, or are they just going to continue to serve the bottom line and themselves? Will corporations allow, when we go to work there, allow us to work in the community and to work for others and to help others? Pierre de Chardin is a marvelous phrase, and I'm very happy that the Chancellor, and glad that he mentioned it. Well, that can be our guide. Believe it or not, it's going to be an academic guide too. So I welcome you here. I'm very, very proud of you, and you honor us by being with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Reagan. I'm very pleased that we have with us this evening Ms. Elena Constant, who is team manager in the Office of Secondary Education Reform from the New York City Department of Education. Of course, our ability to reach out to this wonderful group of students and scholarship recipients this evening has everything to do with our wonderful relationship with the New York City Department of Education and our collaborations, and I'd like to invite her to say a few words.
Hi, thank you. Wow, what a wonderful evening. I really feel very fortunate that I have been asked to represent my boss, Mrs. DePinto, who is a senior instructional manager for the New York City Department of Education, at this very, very exciting evening. I know Mrs. DePinto would have loved to be here to meet you and your families and celebrate all of your accomplishments. This award is a very special award. It was established as a way to honor the work of our heroes who gave of themselves during the rescue efforts of September 11th. It was created to recognize others who had the motivation and the spirit to help others. The men and women whose selfless acts were witnessed around the world will be in our hearts and our memories forever. They modeled for us the passion of the human spirit, and you too have followed in a similar path. You have also modeled for us this incredible gift and the importance of giving and supporting others. As I stated earlier, this scholarship award is a very, very special one. While you have all excelled academically and have wonderfully powerful letters of recommendation from your teachers, you have also demonstrated your will, commitment, and desire to put others first. It is an honor for me to speak to you and learn about all of your dedications to your communities, your schools, and our city. It is clear from reading your proposals you are all leaders. You have already made meaningful contributions to our collective future, and you have dedicated yourselves to civic responsibilities. Your sense of volunteerism is unwavering. You have participated in community-based activities, from volunteering at soup kitchens, tutoring younger students, fundraising at community events, and taking on leadership roles in your schools. It is apparent that you never tire of these commitments, and you take great pride in your work. Most of you have said that because of these acts, you have learned so much more about yourself and have grown as a result of them. You know the slogan that we hear on television and we see on posters in the subway? It takes ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Well, after reading about you, Pierre, your social activism work with Global Kids, Christopher, your volunteer work at Coney Island Hospital and at soup kitchens, Kira, your work tutoring and supporting bilingual students, Lertha, your volunteer work in elementary schools after-school programs, Ratna, your role as a volunteer teacher on Saturdays, Maitan, your tutoring work in math and science to help others, Natasha, your volunteer work with respect, your volunteer work and respect for the elderly. I was very touched by that. Tina, your work with the Children's Aid Society, Tivere, your community service work, Crystal, your participation and support in the Read to Me program, Nita, your coaching and assistance to peers in school, and Jermaine, your community service work at nursing homes and hospitals. I stopped and reflected on the words from the slogan. After reading about your passions, it is clear to me that you have done extraordinary things, and you are extraordinary people. I wish you all the best as you move on to new and exciting challenges. I am truly confident that you will make a difference. You already have. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Elena Constant. It has been, for me, truly a great pleasure and an honor to have come to know Robert Friedman, the benefactor for this scholarship. And it is a pleasure for me to be able to introduce him this evening. He will make some remarks to you. I think that you're in a very privileged position to be able to come to know him as we have come to know him and admire him for all that he has done for the City University of New York, for his deep commitment to really making society a better place and to honoring people like yourselves who have really done a lot to make society a better place. So, Bob.
Thank you, Louise, very much. And Matthew and Ned, thank you for the very undeserved remarks, Matthew, and with respect to myself. And Ned, this facility really is, it's so outstanding, and it's really hard unless you have lived through the space that we had for many years on a little bit south of here on Lexington Avenue to appreciate what this fine facility is really quite striking, and we enjoy and have always enjoyed being here. I thank you for all being here. I just want to reiterate, as has been said, that that the funds for this have been provided in part by myself and in part by some of my partners, Georgia Marie Doty and Peter Conway and his family, and they join me in congratulating each of you on this wonderful accomplishment. As has been said, this really goes back. The thought and the idea for this scholarship really goes back to September 11th, 2001. It seems hard to believe, but it's almost 2 years ago that tragic event took place. And it struck me, it struck all of us at the time that there were a number of things that came out of that. One was, as has been said, the remarkable dedication of those who rose to the occasion and volunteered their time and effort and spirit to helping, rescuing others, and in many cases putting their own lives in danger. The other thing about that event, I think, that was quite striking is the enormous outpouring of emotion that took place with respect to Americans when they thought of what their country meant to them and how special this place was and the kind of opportunities that it gave each of us, and the appreciation for that was really quite dramatic in terms of how it was manifested in the months after that tragedy. And so I think as I reflect on the essays that you each wrote, and also the careers that you've had, and as has been said in your short lives, really demonstrated the kinds of spirit that we saw after September 11th. And it also, it was clear from those essays that you understood what really is special about this country and why we're all privileged to be here. So I congratulate each of you. I'm so happy that you're all here, and I wish you the best in your college careers. And I know everything that you've prepared for is going to be well worth it, and you will achieve great things in the years to come. So congratulations.
You just please come up when I call your name. Christopher Holmes. Christopher Holmes attends Abraham Lincoln High School and participates in the College Now program with Kingsborough Community College. Christopher is an accomplished musician in the school band who has volunteered at Coney Island Hospital and at community organizations such as Soup Kitchen through the Key Club. He plans to attend Baruch College. Kira Ibarra attends Edward R. Murrow High School and participates in the College Now program with Kingsborough Community College. She is the founding member of the bilingual math tutoring program at her school. Kira has also volunteered at the Big Brother Big Sister program, the New York Aquarium Docent program, and the Wildlife Conservation Society. She also plans to attend Baruch College. Lerta Isaac attends Fort Hamilton High School, where she is the class president of the Albanian School Leadership. She participates in the College Now program with Kingsborough Community College. Blerta volunteered as a tutor at an after-school program at PS 126 in Brooklyn. She plans to attend Baruch College. Ratna Medicherla attends Stuyvesant High School and participates in the College Now program with City College. She's a volunteer teacher at the Hindu Temple Society of North America and has volunteered at Heart in Hand for the Handicapped and the Emergency Department of the North Shore Hospital. She plans to attend the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education at City College and pursue a career in medicine. Methan Lee attends Manhattan Center for Science and Math, where she tutors in the Math and Science Peer Tutoring Program, counsels fellow students in the COPE program, and participates in various volunteer activities through the National Honor Society. She participates in the College Now program with City College and plans to attend the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education at City College. Natasha Rivera attends High School of Fashion Industries and participates in the College Now program with Hunter College. She volunteers at the Adopt a Student program and has helped paint a mural in the Columbia Presbyterian Children's Hospital. She plans to attend Baruch College. Tina Shah attends William Cullen Bryant High School, where she participates in peer tutoring and is part of the Italian Club and the school leadership team. Tina also volunteers at the Children's Aid Society. She participates in the College Now program with LaGuardia Community College and plans to attend Baruch Honors College. Tiveri Shami attends Manhattan Center for Science and Math, where she tutors her peers in mathematics and is part of the GE Scholars Program. She volunteered at various organizations through the National Honor Society. She participates in the College Now program with City College and plans to attend the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education at City College. Crystal Suknanan attends Richmond Hill High School and participates in the College Now program with York College. She is president of Global Activism and the Arista National Honor Society. She plans to attend Hunter College. Nida Syed attends John Bown High School and participates in the College Now program with Queensborough Community College. She volunteers at the Islamic Club, tutors after school, and is a member of the Arista National Honor Society. She plans to attend Queens College. Jermaine Thomas attends Alfred E. Smith High School and participates in the College Now program with Ostos Community College. Jermaine was a tutor for Literacy Incorporated and has volunteered for 6 years in New York City's Law Enforcement Explorers. He plans to attend Ostos Community College.